organic, unpredictable, unknown, lovely, beautiful, a sense of fulfillment. This is part of the pleasures of life and not the chores of life.
Online stalking. Should you be worried? We've got the answers coming up.
And we'll take a look at what the university is doing to help students transition to the new email.
And in sports, it's a hardwood extravaganza. 2 and 3 in the conference square off tonight.
We have it all at the top of the hour. Daily Iowan TV starts now.
I'm Tom Brokaw. For more than 100 years now, the University of Iowa community has been waking up to the Daily Iowan. Today, it's the largest newsroom in eastern Iowa. And now you can see the news every night on Daily Iowan TV and get it anytime worldwide at dailyiowan.com.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us this evening. I'm Stefan Duran.
And I'm Rebecca Hager. January is National Stalking Awareness Month. Local officials are encouraging students to protect themselves from cyber stalking on campus. Awareness of cyber stalking can help prevent sexual assaults. Stalking is not a new issue, but technology adds new concerns. Cell phones and mobile devices have become another way for offenders to intrude. Technology has made it easier to stalk victims. Carla Miller works at the Rape Victim Advocacy Program, and she said, "What we see is antisocial individuals and perpetrators of crimes are using technology to monitor people and terrorize people, to interfere with their lives. Prior to modern technology, offenders used old-school spying techniques, but today it can be as easy as stealing your password. Local officials advise people to take precautions by changing passwords frequently, keeping passcodes on handheld devices, and being cautious of spam sites."
President Barack Obama created a task force today to address the college sexual assault epidemic. The president said that 1 in 5 women are sexually assaulted on college campuses, but only 1 in 8 women assaulted report it. 22 million American women and 1.6 million men have been raped. He gave the task force 90 days to provide ideas to colleges on how to prevent and respond to assaults.
As students adjust to new class schedules, the university throws another change into their lives, a new university email system. The university is gradually leaving behind the old Hawkmail and switching to Outlook 365. Officials are progressively changing students' emails by their current year in school, but every student should be linked to Outlook 365 by the summer. However, the information technology services on campus have been receiving some complaints about the new email. Some students say they are not able to sync their mobile devices to the new system. Ryan Lenger, a manager at ITS, said they are working on the issue.
What we found is that the biggest issue is just reconfiguring mobile devices. So things like iPhones or Android phones is that that actually does need to be reset and connected to the new system. But overall, with 10,000 students on it, it's gone really well that we haven't had too many problem reports.
Dubuque Street is on the rise, and with it, more construction for Iowa City. Last night, the Iowa City City Council decided to move forward with the Gateway project. The project will raise Dubuque Street 1 foot above the 100-year flood line. They will also replace the Park Road Bridge. The new bridge will be 1 foot above the 200-year flood line. At the current height, Dubuque Street has closed often due to flooding. $10 million of state and federal funds will be used to fund the changes.
A Cedar Rapids man pled guilty today to livestock abuse and firearms charge. He admitted to shooting 3 horses. The animals were in a pasture in Johnson County when Ryan Graft shot them from his truck. The owner of the animals said he did not know Graft and is not sure why he would want to harm his animals.
Coming up next, Extreme Makeover Ronald McDonald edition. We'll see what one local charity did to help families in need.
And see how the Iowa Supreme Court can change our view of the sun. But first, we'll hand it over to our own Megan Sanchez with the weather.
Thanks, guys. Tomorrow morning should be clear and sunny, but don't let that sun fool you. It's going to be cold. -9 degrees is the high for the morning, and temperatures won't be getting much warmer in the afternoon. Only expect a high of -3 degrees. Tomorrow night, the high will be -4 degrees. Once it gets dark, that's going to feel much colder, so be sure to bundle up. Looking at the rest of the week, Friday through Sunday will be warmer with temperatures in the high 20s to lower 30s. But Sunday night, temperatures will drop back down into the negatives and stay there for Monday and Tuesday. Also, keep an eye out. There is a 40% chance for snow on Sunday. That's all I have for weather. Stay warm, everyone. Back to you guys at the desk right after this.
Iowa SJMC.
Want a major that'll take you somewhere?
I joined, and now I make videos for the university. I joined, and now I work for the most trusted news source in America. SJMC.
Now it's time for our Wednesday segment of Hawkeye Buzz with our very own Alyssa Bergamini. Alyssa, what's going on?
What's up, guys, and welcome back to Hawkeye Buzz, where we catch you up on all the latest entertainment news in the Iowa City community. But before we jump into the new year, let's talk about this crazy winter weather that we've been braving here in the Midwest. Our Twitter followers were interactive with us when asked how they deal with the dramatic weather, and this is what they had to say. Jen Hogue tweeted, "I just enjoy the snow while it lasts by making snow angels, of course." Swiber No Swibing says, "Cozy socks and Netflix. That's the key." Dizzy tweeted, "It was tough, but we managed to stay warm. Something tells me these guys weren't in Iowa." And last but certainly not least, Eliza Cochran tweeted, "Buddy was at least happy about the snow." Thanks for all your responses, and as always, stay connected with us by following us at DITV News or liking us on Facebook, because we like you at Daily Iowan TV. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Alyssa. The Iowa City Ronald McDonald House recently hosted its own version of Extreme Makeover. In just 10 hours, workers remodeled 10 of 31 rooms. They also repainted and updated the furniture in the rooms, hoping to make families feel more comfortable. Bed frames and dressers were bought from the Iowa Prison Industries, and new bedding, lamps, and curtains came from JCPenney. More rooms will be updated in the next couple of years.
The Iowa Supreme Court is hearing arguments today for a case that could influence the way we classify the sun. Is it just a star or something far more mundane? The case involves Eagle Point Solar, a Dubuque solar company. The company wants to put solar panels on buildings and sell the energy back to those customers. However, state law currently says that electric companies have exclusive rights to provide power. The court will decide whether the sun could be considered a public utility like the more common electric companies.
Now let's take a look at what's happening beyond Iowa. As the Winter Olympics approach, Russian security officials are now hunting for 2 more women in connection to the Black Widow terrorism threats. Officials received letters threatening to bomb the final stages of the Olympic torch relay from the 2 women. Wanted posters of the women have been posted in Rostov-on, where the torch is expected to arrive today.
The family of a 14-year-old who was executed over 70 years ago now wants a retrial. George Stinney was put to death in South Carolina after being convicted of murdering 2 young girls. Now members of his families are saying he was coerced into confessing and had an alibi. No retrial has been scheduled yet.
A Florida high school senior has returned to school after being allegedly suspended for appearing in a pornographic movie. Robert Mariucci says he did so to help his mom pay bills at home. His mom says the school suspended him because he appeared in the film, but school officials say it was because Mariucci made possible threats to the school. And there's a big game tonight in Ann Arbor with the number 10 ranked Iowa Hawkeyes taking on the Big Ten Conference's second place team, Michigan, in front of an expected sold-out crowd in Michigan's Chrysler Arena. I know our sports staff is chomping at the bit for this one, so without further ado, let's toss it over to the Daily Iowan TV Sports Studio, where Jalen Socek and Danny Payne are standing by. Guys?
That's right, guys. Fran McCaffrey's Hawks heading into enemy territory as the 10th ranked team in the nation Wednesday evening, and the eyes of Iowa City and the country will be on this one. Danny Payne and Jalen Socek doubling up on this Wednesday edition of the program with a whole lot to get to tonight.
That's right, Danny. It's been a while since expectations in Hawkeye country were this high, 2002 to be exact, with Dean Oliver and Jeff Horner manning the Hawkeyes' backcourt, and a freshly hired Steve Alford coaching up the black and gold on the sidelines.
Mike Gazelle and Aaron White's thoughts on playing as a top 10 team on the way soon, but the general of this unit, Fran McCaffrey.
The Hawks head man refusing to give in to trivial rankings at this point in the campaign.
I understand why people talk about it, and I think it's great that people are talking about it that way, but I just think it's irrelevant. You know, where are you ranked at the end of the year? You know, it speaks to the fact that we're a good team. It gets more people talking about my players, our players, and I'm happy for them, that people are saying that about them, because they're the ones that did it. They're the ones that worked extremely hard to take our program where we were an afterthought to being a ranked team. So, I don't want to shortchange what they've done, but in terms of how I look at it, I really could care less.
I don't try to pay attention to that. It's stuff you dream about as a kid, playing for a top 10 team, things like that, playing for a national championship. But at the same time, we can't worry about rankings. We just got to take care of business, and the rankings will take care of themselves.
Obviously, yeah, we have a confidence about ourselves, and we realize that we can do something special with this group. But like I've told you before, it's one game at a time, one prep at a time, one team at a time, and if you look, we can be something special, but we have to have that.
Hawks are going to crash the party in the House of Maize and Blue tonight. Their star guard, Devin Marble, will almost definitely have to be at his best.
That's right, Jalen. The Black and Gold's leading scorer didn't exactly steal the show in a number of marquee matchups last year, but his response to McCaffrey's challenge to be great is showing in the Michigan Natives 2014, with the senior turning noteworthy performances in Iowa's big wins over Xavier, Notre Dame, and Ohio State, all on the road.
His head coach more than willing to cater to his guard style before a homecoming of sorts Wednesday evening.
We approach coaching him. He can have the ball, he can take it, he can be off the ball, we'll throw it to him. He's got the green light to shoot it. He'll take some bad shots. We live with that. We live with his ability to get to the rim, and I trust his decision-making and his commitment to winning. And when he gets going like that, it has such an incredible effect, not only on our team, but everybody that was here. I mean, the reaction of the crowd was really special.
Marble actually led his team in scoring in last season's trip to take on the Wolverines, pouring in 14 points on 4 of 9 shooting from the field.
Unfortunately for Marble and company, the number 2 ranked Maize and Blue, an eventual national runner-up, put it on the visiting Hawks, running up the final score to a tune of 95-67.
A potential X factor this time around, the emergence of Josh Oglesby. The Cedar Rapids native is shooting 60% from the land of plenty since returning from injury recently.
That's right, Jalen. The junior guard with arguably the most impressive outing since stepping on campus in Iowa City this past Sunday against Minnesota, dropping 17 points and playing the assassin role from behind the three-point line. The sharpshooter feeling good heading into tonight.
Yeah, I feel a lot better. My foot's not bugging me. That's kind of gone away, like a week ago or two. I could still kind of feel it, but my foot's feeling fine, and I'm just really excited.
Well, that's going to do it for us here in the sports studio.
A whole lot more coming up on Thursday's edition of the program, but for now, it's back to you at the desk right after this.
We're bigger, we're deeper, and we're more experienced than we've ever been.
Here's White, dunks it through. Evans gets the step on the drive, score it, and a foul. Now he throws it down. Marble with the playback to Aaron White.
The Fruit Loops that you eat for breakfast aren't actually flavored like different fruits. The folks at foodbeast.com decided to do a blind taste test after a post on popular website Reddit claimed that the individual loops have no distinguishable taste.
The experiment determined that, in fact, they don't taste like different fruits, but all taste relatively the same. They also tested Trix and Fruity Pebbles and found the same thing.
I actually never got to have Fruit Loops because they were so full of sugar. My parents wouldn't let me have them.
Mine too. My mom said they would cause cavities. So.
Oh, no.
And only with Daily Iowan TV can you get an inside look into Thursday's pages of the Daily Iowan. Read about why local health officials are heading back to school.
And find out what the University of Iowa student government has in store for spring semester.
Well, that's your most current edition of Daily Iowan TV. Be sure to check us out tomorrow or anytime online at dailyiowan.com.
Thanks for watching and have a great night.